Guys, so let's kind of just sit down and talk for a minute. I have not been on as far as uploading much because just the craziness of this week. I started my new job this week, so that's been a really big thing. But that's also why I wanted to come on here today. I wanted to just discuss some things in regards to changing jobs during a pandemic, because some people are probably watching that last video and thinking, oh my gosh, are you nuts? Clinically, they have not, ruled that, but I am medicated, so whatever I am controlled. All right, so basically, there are things that you have to consider. I guess we can say that this is my recommendations or things that you need to consider before you do decide to quit your job. Number one, first and foremost, make sure that you have a plan. If you are just being irrational and deciding to quit your job, then that, especially during this time, that's not the best idea unless you have either loads of money already that you're invested and you're retiring basically at whatever age you are. By all means, that's great. Tell me your secret. But the truth is, anymore in this time, a lot of people have not gotten themselves to that point. Unfortunately, it's quite the opposite. So, when you are looking at changing jobs, you need to make sure that this is, you're doing it, one, for the right reasons, and then also you don't want to be irrational about it. You need to think it through. One of the reasons for sure that I changed my job is because I didn't want to have to walk into the unknown all the time anymore. And I didn't want to have to worry about the next run being the run that completely takes over my life and just makes me not be able to function on a normal level that I need to for my family. To say the least, working in EMS or law enforcement or any type of first responder event is like the military. You don't know what you're going to see on a daily basis. You could have a good day, you could have the worst day of your life. And, even though I absolutely love working with patients and being able to help them and make a difference, I can also do that in the job I'm doing now. And it's going to be a ton lighter on my mental health. So that was my reasoning as far as why, my main reason as far as why I done a job change. Number two, thinking about it, don't be irrational. This has been a thing that I was talking about doing since before COVID started and this whole pandemic and the world shut down. I'd been, I'd been talking about it and kind of leaning back and forth on it, but I hadn't really made a completely total in the cement decision about it. I was just basically waiting until that opportunity came along and they said, hey, you want a job? But also, you know, it just, it didn't feel right at the time as well to just up and leave. And, you know, that group that I've been with, I've been there for 6 years, and it's just, you know, we've got a lot of good memories and a lot of bad memories. And just, it's changes you as a person to know that your coworkers are like your family. And so, yeah. So it you know, I felt like when I was trying to make this decision, I really felt like I was putting them into my decision as well, you know, which I knew that they would be okay and all of that. Might not be too happy about who they got put with, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. And then, let's see. Another thing you have to consider is, you know, your pay. I mean, you know, consider, are you going to, you know, be making more, make less? What's going to be the cost difference? You know, am I going to be making less at this job, but I'm traveling less as well, so that can, you know, basically it cuts down on the fuel that's going to be required? Or, you know, if I keep the job I'm at, I'm making a 100-mile round trip during the week, and basically, excuse me, and staying in the same amount, you know. So it's, you know, all my gas, or all my extra, that the difference was going to gas. So, I mean, it just, you know, you have to put that into perspective, as well as in regards to money, the aspect of, okay, can I feasibly make the change? Am I able, if I put in my 2 weeks now, will my pay day that I have coming up, or that I just had, depending on how it works for you guys, payday that I have, will it cover the bills until my next payday with this new place? And am I for sure going to be guaranteed that I have a spot? Before I put anything in, I made sure that I signed papers and I was in, and, you know, I was set up for orientation. So, yeah. Actually, funny thing is, I ran into my partner, who I normally work with would normally work with on Mondays. He actually switched a shift, and yesterday I texted him. I said, "Hey, don't forget, I'm not coming in today. I won't be there." He texted me back and he said, "Yeah, me neither. I switched." So I ran into him today, and they were having some malfunctions with the unit. So I ran into him today, and I said, "I'd leave you for 1 week, and you mess up a vehicle." So luckily he greeted me with a hug, so I think we're okay. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's the plus. Make sure that you leave on good terms, and, you know, especially if you are really planning to get out of there, and, you know, you have everything set in stone. If you're leaving and you just want out of there, you need to make sure things are set in stone. But just whatever you do, you need to make sure that you do leave on good terms, because eventually, you know, anytime you walk into a facility or a place of work, place of business, if they see you and they ask about you, then there's definitely going to be something said, whether it's good or bad, or, you know, they're lazy, or they, you know, it's just, you would be surprised within 10 minutes what someone, really within 5 minutes, the opinion that someone can build of you. So you need to make sure it's good. You make that good impression. Let's see. I feel like I had a whole bunch of stuff that I rambled on about, but I'm really trying not to do that. Yeah. So, but, you know, these are things, if you are married, you want to discuss this with your significant other or your spouse. However, I'm engaged, and I spoke with my fiance about everything, you know, and, you know, he was completely on board with it, especially for the fact that it would help the mental health. It would, you know, just make things significantly increase on my end as far as my mental health, my relaxation, everything like that. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. So, you know, that was a big thing. And, you know, if you don't have someone like that in your corner cheering you on, you need to find some better friends. Or someone who cares about you and all that. Don't just, to me, the statement of, if that's what you want to do, honey, or if that's what you want to do, that's not, that's a, well, fine, but I'm not, you know, I'm not a fan of that decision type deal. That's how I take that. And it's a crappy move. So, yeah. All right, so let's see. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be my second day at the facility. I'm finishing up some orientation. I actually, I'm so sorry, guys. I actually, forgot what I was saying. Well, it only took me 13 minutes. I don't know. Oh, orientation. Yesterday, my friend and I both had to miss. We both got hired on as the same position. We had to miss due to our class, and which we'd already spoke with our management, and they said it was fine. But we'll be finishing up orientation for the hospital, and then we have to go back in next week for, I guess, to finish up the rest and some other things, just to get started in the lab. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, guys. I have to get up at what time do I have to get up? 6:30, 6:45. You know what time I was getting up on Mondays and Wednesdays before? I was getting up at like 6. And I was lucky if I was actually getting up at that time. Usually it's about 6:10 or 6:15. And I was leaving really late usually and getting there right on time. And yeah, it's just, it's crazy. It really is. It's crazy how different things are. So, yeah. All right, so I'm going to jump off here. And you guys have a wonderful night. And I will talk to you soon. Love you. Bye. Bye.